What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the JAMSports Podcast. I'm here with that's your cue. That's your cue. All right, Jack and May, they're the co-hosts of this podcast. Yeah, let's get right into it.
Who
Week
said we were
one.
here?
What?
Who
I
said
don't
we were
know.
here?
Week one though, it's almost over. There's the 8:20 game, and then there is the Monday night game to be played. But so far, majority of the games have been played. We are pretty much doing overreactions to week one, especially me because I overreact to everything.
Oh,
Um,
of course, of course.
yep. My team lost. How about yours? How about everyone
My
else's?
team good, your team bad. The podcast.
May,
Hey, only I
how's
get to say that one today.
yeah,
Yeah.
only yeah. Both of the Jack's teams won.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
So the Bears some juggernaut now? Is just that? Is
I
that what it
don't.
is
No, no,
now?
no, no,
No,
no. We're
they
not
looked
okay.
horrible.
No, they looked
I know.
dog
I
shit.
know. I was just
Anyway,
But anyway,
revving up the
we're gonna get right
shit
into
for
this.
Alex.
So we're gonna first recap the game. Tell us what you guys thought. Tell you what what you think went wrong for every team. You might not have played every game. You might not have lost every game. That is fine. I have come up with my own little notes to say. So the first game we're gonna go over is the Bills Rams. Does anyone want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, how quick can we twin galaxies this? Can we speed run it? The Bills mollywopped them. They
Bill's good, Rams bad.
every
Next,
facet of the game. Yeah, Josh Allen. That could have potentially been. What was the final score? I remember. Um,
31-10.
I remember people were saying on Reddit that it could have possibly been in the 40s if Josh Allen if they didn't fumble it. But yeah, that was a
Yeah.
disgusting game.
I mean, the Bills turned it over, what, 4 times?
That was 3. Yeah, you could be right.
Because he threw 2 picks, and I think they lost 2 fumbles.
I mean, the defense is still good, but and I was right, by the way, in the Discord. They really need to get the rust off. But yeah, the Bills were in like mid-season form. They are going to be very
Yeah.
scary.
Oh yeah, Allen looked like back to full-on cyborg. The Rams look like they're still partying from February.
Oh yeah, hangover doesn't help when you're trying to win a game. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
what's the
go for
next
it,
game?
Alex.
Alix? Trey Lance fan says what? Alex, you with us? Okay, so
All
Miami
right.
and Miami and New England. I'll listen. I'll shit on my own team. We did terrible. Like
Yeah.
we said in the pre-recording of this, I'll be quicker than I was. Basically all three. I mean, our special teams was average, I guess. Nothing bad happened, but we did get an injury, which sucked. But yeah. Mac Jones looked average to below average through a bunch of bad passes that hit the ground. I love Mac Jones, but yeah, this is just one of those games. Miami always plays us tough, has one of the best home field advantages in the NFL. And Tyreek Hill and Waddle didn't help when they were just completely destroying us. Our defense was average to below average. Um, Matt Patricia and Joe Judge are getting a paycheck somehow. But yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully we're going to Heinz Field next week, and we'll see what happens.
Question for you.
Answer for you.
Did your offense run a QB sneak on 3rd and 9?
No, they didn't.
Wow.
The
Okay.
weirdest, the worst play probably was it was on like our own one, not like scoring but the other side, so I guess their 1 yard line or whatever. But yeah, we were like right on our own end zone or whatever you want to call it, and they fumbled it. We fumbled it,
That's
and
crazy.
Dolphins defender just picked it up and walked it right into the end zone.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it was a
Joe
Joe
Judge is in
Judge.
mid-season
Yeah.
form, but not quite end-of-season form. Hasn't
I
earned
can
a
I can
paycheck
do
yet.
better than this, and by better I mean worse. But yeah. Um,
Offensive mastermind.
Alex, are you with us?
I think he's dead.
What the hell happened? Okay. Tell us about that Giants game. Tell us about that.
So basically, Daniel Jones, good? Question mark. Saquon Barkley, good! Exclamation
He's
point.
always been good. Saquon has
Healthy!
been good.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Giants defense, stinky. Giants interior offensive line, I wish they didn't have jobs.
You're just standing out front of the stadium, and as players walk in, why are you getting a paycheck? And you just yell at them.
Get off my fucking team! I mean,
You
right?
bought a
Like,
Giants brand water bottle and threw it out.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
No,
trying to
the
think
interior
of.
offensive line looked rough. Simmons looked like a beast because of it. I mean, he had 2 sacks himself. Rashad Weaver, who's that? Um, Bad joke, but semi-serious, had 2
Give me a
sacks.
second.
Oh,
Hey.
he's alive.
Did you by any chance watch the Bears game?
I did.
Ooh, tell us about that.
So, the 49ers honestly looked in control for a lot of it
Mm.
because the Bears could not move the football
Mm.
until suddenly. But the problem is the Niners couldn't like sustain drives. Like Trey Lance looked bad. Shanahan, I think, needed a game to warm up. Um,
Someone offered Fields a 20. Hey, play the game now, and he just goes, "Ah, fuck." I
well,
mean, okay.
okay, so it was 10-0, and Fields, I think it was what, a 51-yard passing touchdown to Dante Pettis, who, by the way, with 1 catch
Woo!
was their leading receiver. 121 passing yards as a team. Um,
I
but
am the offense.
Fields rolled out to his left. Coverage completely broke down. No one within 20 yards of Dante Pettis. Throws it across the field to him. Easy walk-in touchdown. Alex lost his goddamn mind.
Wish I could have been there.
And then I'm pretty sure, like, their next offensive drive, the Bears, like, just marched down the field again and scored. Like, it was 10-0, and suddenly it just wasn't.
Okay,
Um,
can we finally say? Listen, I know Alex, his opinion is kind of biased because of today, but realistically, is Fields really that like? Cause I know he's not bad, but like I really wanna like prop him
Fields,
up because
he did
they're.
not look good.
Oh, okay, because they are
He did
rated
not
at
look good.
31 out of 32. So
Yeah, that feels I mean, okay. They're a decent roster, but they've been bleeding talent lately, and Fields does not look like the guy yet. Yet. He
all right.
could. He could very well do that, but in the first season and a game, he is
But are you asking the Bears front
isn't
man,
ideal.
like front office, to like make competent decisions to put them in the best chance to succeed?
So they do
That's
have a fully new front office now. So yes,
okay.
actually, I am. Yeah, they kicked out Pace and Nagy and
I was
replaced him
about to
with
say, Matt
Foles and
Nagy
Jenkins.
returns. He comes back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
Um, let's see. What else?
Steelers.
I mean, we can go over. Do you have your projections for the standings
Hey,
towards the
hold
end of
on.
the season?
Hold on. Hold on. Steelers played a football game today.
Ooh, tell me about that.
Um, Steelers defense good. Mitch Trubisky should not have a job by tomorrow, but unfortunately he'll play at least half the season.
Just give it to Pickett already. That guy is a
Trubisky,
real one.
I'm actually shocked that Trubisky didn't have an interception because he looked horrible.
He would. The ground doesn't qualify as an interception.
This is actually true. He looked like Peterman. Not really, obviously, but it was bad. But the Steelers defense, what, 7 sacks, 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles, scored a touchdown. I think it was the first touchdown of the day. Minka Fitzpatrick. It was good. And that's including having some issues that they need to work through.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ben is just not on the sidelines, but close to the sidelines in the stands, just getting completely fucking plastered out of his mind. If I was there, I would have thrown. But just average Ben things. But yeah.
I don't know what image of Ben you have, but that's beautiful.
Just no like sound comes out, but no words come out. Do you have your project? If you want to do, I could do mine first, and I can explain it a
Go
little bit
for
as
it.
I go on.
Go
All right,
for it.
let me open up my phone. All right, so I'm gonna start out with the AFC East because gang gang. So number one, obviously, I'm not dumb. All right, we got Buffalo. All right, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna insult. I'm not listen. Listen, I like the 1990s Bills. I wish they would have at least won at least one time. I like them, not the modern day Bills. I have no attachment to them, and I know I don't have attachment to the older Bills. But going 4 in a row is really impressive, and I've seen highlights, and I love Kelly and all them. But
I will say, as a Giants fan, those Bills, I like them.
yeah. But yeah, I have to put the Bills on top. You can't. There's no way. They are so soberingly scary. It's their ability to, and it's not that they beat the shit out of us last time, like in the playoffs. I get that that happened. They're real ones. Don't get me wrong. But their ability to, they lost their offensive coordinator. They got a new one, but their constant ability to change and adapt, and Josh Allen's ability to just, like you said, be a cyborg is just crazy. And then I have Miami, right? For obvious, because Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I'm not saying that they're gonna carry, but they're gonna do a pretty dang good job to make Tua look as best as possible. If Tua has to play for his job this season, then having Tua or no, having Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is like a gift basket to him.
Hey, look,
And then
Tua throws a very catchable ball. Okay.
yeah, and then let me think here. Well, then their defense, I would say, is average, but it was a divisional game. I don't really watch them outside, so I would like to watch them in a. They play Baltimore this coming week. I would like to see how that turns out, and I'll probably watch the highlights of that. And then I have us. Listen, and I have us at third just because. Um, I respect us more than I respect the coaching staff of the Jets. No offense to the Jets fans. Don't get me
No
wrong. I
offense to Jets
know,
fans, their roster's also ass.
like, listen, it's one of those things where, like Bill literally is grabbing this roster and he's making them as best as possible just because he's the best head coach in the NFL to like ever do it. But like without him, with Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, we would be below the Jets. That's the
Look,
only reason
the
I'm putting us
existence
above
of
them.
Mac Jones puts the Patriots above the
You put an
Jets.
S at the end of your Joan.
Sorry, my bad.
And
um,
then
the Jets, like sure, Zach Wilson could show me something, anything when he's healthy, but the Jets are painful. Joe Flacco threw 59 passes today, and the Jets scored 9 points.
my mom got a call from Zach Wilson the other day. I'm very nervous for her health and well-being.
Oh my God, she's
He's
having
gonna
the time of her life.
yeah, he's gonna whisk her off her feet. My dad's not gonna see it coming. Um,
It's
then I have the AFC North.
setting her up for when the Jets go down to Miami.
Joe Flacco season, boys. All right. I have the AFC North. Now listen, I am a Joe Burrow. Listen, ever since I saw the Super Bowl, and the AFC Championship, I am a man of Joe Burrow. All right. I am a fan. I love him. He gives me a Brady vibe. He gives me a Brady Peyton Manning vibe where like when they have clips of him when he's down a couple of scores and he's just sitting there not looking at a tablet, looking at the ground like Brady does, and then his ability to just carry it. I love Joe Burrow. I'm huge on him. I have the Bengals number one. And then this was really difficult. Here's the thing.
Really?
Here's why. Pittsburgh naturally because of Mike Tomlin. Their team not escalates, but they acclimate or they go they punch above their own weight. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so the Browns I have at the bottom just because quarterback situation question mark until Deshaun Watson gets back. Those could be wins, those could be losses. I don't know. I do have them below at the bottom, but I have Ravens versus Pittsburgh, and here's my problem. I don't know if the Steelers are gonna do like just play way above their weight, not play down to their competition. Urinating tree, if you're watching this, I know you're not. You're probably laughing because that's a thing and it happens. But I'd put the Ravens above the Steelers just because uh, Lamar Jackson has something to play for this season, and usually something like that when you play for such a risk, I think he's going to play out of his mind. I think Harbaugh's going to coach one hell of a season.
Hey,
Um,
hey, hold on, hold on. How much can a good running back season really help a team?
well, it depends. Good running back or Hall of Fame running back?
Lamar Jackson.
But
Um, anyway,
yeah, I have Ravens 2, Pittsburgh 3, but that can easily be switched up. But I know everyone here
so,
agreed it has to be set in stone. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
so
But I put the Ravens 2, Pittsburgh
I
3, Browns 4.
I think that mine might be interesting. So first off, I want to say that I have the Jets as finishing as the worst team in football.
Hell yeah.
Number one overall pick. I feel like I can put that in stone and that it will be the
Wait, wait,
case.
wait. You think that the Texans are gonna win more games than them?
Yes, I actually don't even have the Texans last in their own division.
Dude, listen, we gotta talk.
We will. Anyway, for the AFC North, I am not. I am a believer in Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. Who doesn't?
I fucking
I
love Joe
am
Burrow.
not a believer in the Bengals roster. They were the worst team to make the Super Bowl in recent history. They had an unreal run in the playoffs, but their regular season was rough.
I mean, stopping Patrick Mahomes.
Today,
I mean,
rough.
that's stopping Patrick Mahomes. That has to have some sort of accolade. You can't say that's not
True.
an accolade.
Especially when they did it twice. But also, like, sometimes teams just have someone's number. I mean, look at the Dolphins the last couple years.
Mm.
Um, not to strike a nerve, but I think that the Ravens with people healthy, because last year their problem was everybody was out.
Also, I love Hollywood Brown.
Everybody. Oh, he's on the Cardinals, right?
Oh wait, did he get traded?
Yeah, he got traded during the draft.
Uh,
Um,
Never mind.
but I have the Ravens at first. I have the Bengals second. But I have them as the first wild card team. Like they're gonna be pretty good. I have the Browns at third. I have the Steelers as the fifth worst team in football.
Oof, really? What would you what would you contribute to, like quarterback as a question mark? Is that what you think it is?
Yeah,
Or separation? Like what are we talking? Like what do you think is their downfall?
the
They have
offense,
coaching.
because they don't have offensive coaching. Matt Canada makes me want to scrape my eyes out with a spoon. Mitch Trubisky looked worse than he ever looked in Chicago. And I know they're not going to play Pickett until at least late in the season.
He
I'm
left
I'm
he left
buckled in for a
Chicago and
bad
he was
year.
just like, I can do much better than this.
Yeah, he had a year off with the Bills. Everyone thought he'd get better, and lo and behold, he really was learning from Jake Fromm the whole time.
Damn.
Um, but no, it was I wasn't expecting much from the offense going in, but they've got weapons. I mean, you're talking about Johnson, Pickens, Chase Claypool can do something every now and then. Najee, if he stays healthy
I
now.
mean, if you have a dummy for quarterback, like someone that's average, I could still see Deontay's so talented. I could still see 1,000 yard, 900 yard, 1,000 yard season.
I will admit I disrespected the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger, but he at least could make a decision every now and then.
Well, yeah, he's a smart. I mean,
Yeah,
regardless
that's
of
why
what
he
I
still
think,
played.
he is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He was an All Pro at one point, but yeah.
After and especially after today, where both Najee Harris and TJ Watt are hurt, and Watt looks like it may be missing a few games, if not like a considerable portion of the season, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not thinking good things will be happening.
Tell me a little bit about Lamar Jackson and his situation with his contract. About the standings, but I talked a little bit about that, and I'm curious to what you have to say about that.
He'll be better than he was today, but that's a low bar.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, yes, they lost Hollywood Brown, which kind of pissed off Lamar, but they still have Bateman, they still have Duvernay, they still have Andrews. And their running back room is at least decent now. Like Kenny and Drake should be okay for them. What I'm really focused on is how their defense holds up, because I
They
think that the Ravens' offense is what it is.
I do think that they have an adequate. I wouldn't say they're not like a super team, but they do have an adequate amount of blue chip players. The problem was they just got wrecked by it. They had that, what was it, 21, 22 injuries last season.
Yeah, like a
Um,
million.
yeah, they had like a boatload of them, and like Harbaugh looked like deer in the headlights the end of last season. So yeah, we'll move on now since we got our boy back, and then I'll move on to the AFC South. So
Okay.
I
I'm
am a
gonna
homer for Matt Ryan. I'm gonna say
can
that.
I
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna
go go go.
I'm gonna unleash my hell. That is my mind.
Prepare YouTube.
Okay.
It's coming.
I too am a Matt Ryan fan.
I love Matt Ryan.
I too have the Colts in first. They did not show it today. I think the Titans are not a bad enough team to miss the playoffs. I have them in second. I have them as the like last wild card.
Hmm.
Okay. I do have the Texans in third. I think second year Davis Mills. I think they
Oof.
got better in the draft, and I have zero faith in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
Why
I
is
mean that's
that?
obvious.
I listen, I'm not putting the Jags number 1. I'm not putting them at 2, but I put them at 3 just because I trust Doug Peterson over, no offense, Lovey Smith, just because I think Doug Peterson, he's won a Super Bowl, he's beaten us. He has
What
the
has
ability to, but yeah, I'm just
what
saying.
have any Jaguars players shown?
That they're
Trevor Lawrence
shit.
hasn't looked good. Like,
I think
yeah,
Trevor
Christian
Lawrence
Kirk
has
got 100
potential.
yards today. He has potential, but he hasn't looked appreciably better than like pretty much any of the other young quarterbacks besides Lance.
Fans, yeah.
Um,
Let
Well,
me
okay,
ask you
hold up.
this.
And Fields. Fields hasn't shown shit. That hold
Fields
up. No,
Fields
no, no.
showed more than Lawrence did
Yeah,
last year, in my
let me
opinion.
ask you this, Jack.
Yeah, but he still hasn't shown much.
Let's flip it.
Okay, but
Let me flip it
And
around.
Lance has only been in for like 2 games. It's not a
yeah,
game.
flipping it
Has
around.
the Texans shown any? If you say that there's no improvement with the Texans, have you seen improvement? Because they
Yeah,
lost a bunch of people on their roster. Danny
they
Amendola retired.
so first off, Damian Pierce, he didn't have a great game today, but he's a dog. Davis Mills actually looked pretty good. And
Yeah.
they still have Brandon Cooks.
Holy crap! I forgot about Brandon Cooks.
Okay,
Everybody does.
I'm gonna jump to. So I actually wrote down what Davis Mills had. He had 240 passing yards and 2 touchdowns today. Um, so Davis Mills played good.
I mean, yeah, he played pretty all right, and their defense is shockingly not bad.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know how that happened, but keep in mind they did tie the Colts today
yeah, and I mean their
with a
defense.
huge comeback I mean,
Yeah,
a huge comeback allowed in the fourth, which
yeah.
wasn't
So
great, but
yeah, so for my, I'm just gonna jump to my notes for the Colts Texans. I said defense played all right except for fourth quarter. Colts scored 17 unanswered.
yeah, but that does mean that they allowed 3 points through 3 quarters,
Exactly. So their
which
defense
is
just needs to finish. Is pretty much
encouraging.
what they've showed.
Okay, I have for my AFC South, I'll start off by saying once again, I do love Matt Ryan. I think he is going to listen. Last year or a couple years ago, my bad, when people told me when I was still working in Miami, I had people, Colts fans, tell me Carson Wentz going Super Bowl, yeah, and the whole Frank Reich thing, I didn't get it. I didn't see it.
Carson
I
Wentz.
never believed. I never believed in Carson. I thought more of Nick Foles beating us in the Super Bowl than Carson Wentz. Like I didn't believe them at all. So with Matt Ryan, who is a damn good quarterback, I will say that might be scary. He might elevate that game,
He did
or
throw for
their game.
352 today, and Jonathan Taylor ran for 161, and
That's
they
Yeah.
still
fucking
tied.
scary. That is scary. Okay? I would love to see. You want to talk about an AFC title game? I want to see an AFC championship game between the Colts and Bills. I want that so bad. Next I'm going with the Titans just because
Yeah,
Ryan Tannehill is serviceable. Ryan Tannehill is okay. Their running back situation is dominant. Apparently, unless you play the Giants.
Hey, don't disrespect Tay Crowder.
Oh, he fucking did take the shit out
I
of
have
Derrick
I have
Henry.
the Jags.
Lit him up.
This is like the situation where I talked about earlier with New England and the Jets. I trust the coaching staff of the Jags more than
You
I
trust
trust
Doug
the
Peterson?
Texans.
Ah, hell no. No.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
do.
know.
Okay,
Fuck,
that's
no.
a take. I mean, I don't exactly trust anyone in the Texans organization,
Yeah.
but also
I don't,
I
I don't,
really don't trust anyone in the Jaguars
I
organization.
I would
trust
trust
the,
their fans over the coaching staff.
yeah,
This is true.
like I would trust the Texans coaching staff over the Jags coaching staff any day of the week. Well,
So
part
you
of
would
my,
have, but wait. You're telling me that Lovey Smith would do a better job with Trevor Lawrence? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, not
no.
Trevor Lawrence, but like what I'm saying, well, no,
You're
no,
saying if
definitely
he
not.
had him, okay, so no, okay.
No, but I'm saying that I like the Texans roster and coaching better than I like the Jags roster and coaching.
All right, so now we're moving on. I have the AFC West. Listen, I said this last year. I'm going to say it again this year. I was a former hater of Patrick Mahomes,
I am still a
but
hater of Patrick Mahomes.
ever since he won the
Why?
Super Bowl, and okay,
Not
What do
ever
you
you.
mean,
since
why? He
no,
beat my
no,
team in the
I did
Super
the
Bowl. Why
same
the
thing.
hell wouldn't I hate him?
Listen, everyone thought that Patrick. I'm not saying that people thought he was a bum, but people like didn't buy the stock. But now he's a respectable guy. Like he has the abilities, he has the moves. He's hard to tackle. He's really good. Like he's just dope as shit. And I can't be a hater anymore. And I love the guy. I think he's great. He as Ricky Bobby would say, he pisses excellence. So the Chiefs are at my top one. The next I have the Raiders, just because the Devonte Adam connection with Derek Carr, plus Josh McDaniels coaching connection, formerly our coach, our O-line, or not O-line, offensive coach. So yeah, I think that he'll really rework that offense. Now the question is, I'll be honest with you, I think and Derek Carr and Devonte Adams would do better in a West Coast offense. But if this is Josh McDaniels, he's going to implement the dink and dunk offense, which I don't know would be as good. I think a West Coast passing offense would do way better. I don't know anything about their defense, but if anyone wants to fill me in of how they are,
So
they're competent, it would be fine. But yeah,
Devontae Adams went 10 for 141 today and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Also, their defense, talent-wise, is mixed. I mean, they have Max Crosby, but that's kind of it. I know that that's disrespecting some guys on that team, but that's kind of it. They do
if
have
Jack
who
doesn't
I
know their
consider.
name, then it means something.
Oh, I know their names, but they're not good. Um, unfortunately.
Oof.
But they do have a good defensive coordinator, which I am moderately sad about, but I understand.
Yeah.
Uh, but
All right.
I don't have high hopes for the Raiders.
I am a hypocrite. All right. Listen, I want to open. I
Wait a
said
minute.
that Russell last year. Listen, I said that Russell Wilson, given a good team, he would excel and he would carry his team, and I still believe that. My problem is, do I think that he is better than the Raiders and the Chiefs? And I honestly don't know. And I want to see more of Russell Wilson. I'm gonna watch highlights later.
Bro,
I think
they
they
haven't
played the
played yet.
Seahawks, right? They
Tomorrow.
haven't? Oh,
Yeah,
they
Tomorrow.
they
play
play tomorrow.
tomorrow. So, I know this is set in stone, and I will be honest. If I am wrong, I am wrong. All right. This is all set in stone, boys. All right. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have the Broncos third, but it could be easily won. Keep that in mind. This is the hardest division in football. All right. No offense to your NFC, bro. I know that you might think NFC, East, but yeah, I know. But
It
listen,
used to be. It is not right now.
um, and then, but here's the thing: it's the hardest division in football. The Chargers could be number one at the Chiefs could be at the bottom. It's so weird how this is such a weird thing. I'm just going off of experience. And then we have the Chargers, which Justin Herbert is dope as shit. I've never been a hater on Justin Herbert. I've always liked him. I like his throwing motion. I think it's dope, and I think that his rookie season was way above average. And so they could easily be number one, but their addition with J.C. Jackson breaks my heart because I love J.C. Jackson. So their secondary is going to be dope. But yeah, that's where I have the AFC West, and then before I move on to the NFC East, Jack, hold on to your pants. Does anyone want to make any comments about the standings of the AFC West?
Okay, so have you guys gone through all the AFC?
Yeah, minus the West.
Yeah, minus the West.
Yeah.
We're finishing up now.
So I'm just gonna lay out mine. So I have Bills at the 1 seed, obviously finishing first in their division.
Respectable.
Then I have the no, hold up. I'm trying to think. Then I have the Dolphins, who I have in a wild card spot.
If you don't give us third place, I swear to God.
No, yeah, Patriots have third. I have them as the 11th worst. And then I have the Jets at bottom 3 in the whole conference. For the AFC West, I have the Chargers taking the 2 seed. I have the Broncos taking a wild card, the Chiefs taking a wild card, and the Raiders just missing out on the wild card.
Yeah, but like I said, AFC West is so weird. It could flip-flop at any point.
100%. But I think 3 of those teams are going to make the playoffs, just like the NFC West last year.
I actually
lots of tears will be had.
I don't have faith in the Broncos or the Raiders.
I don't have faith in the Raiders. I have faith in the Broncos. I think Russell Wilson can carry that team.
I think he can cook. I just I want him to. I love Russell Wilson. But yeah, yeah, I did. But yeah, but do I trust? I said that if he given and I know I'm a hypocrite. I said on the podcast that given a good offense and a good defense, he could easily be the best quarterback in the league, and I still believe that because I love Russell Wilson. Listen, like I know you guys physically recoiled, and I get that. And I love Russell Wilson. I really, really, really do. The problem is the Chiefs have Andy Reid and they have Patrick Mahomes. That's a great combination. Now you have Josh McDaniels, Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, and then I don't know. That's such a weird division. I could see it going. I could see Russell having a rusty season and then exploding in a year or two. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But any final comments for the AFC West?
Josh McDaniels is a bum as a head coach.
Yeah, facts. I'm going to for you guys that done AFC North and South. Yes, you did. I know you did AFC South. You guys did AFC North.
Yeah, we did all the AFC teams. We're finishing up now.
Okay, so the AFC North, I have the Ravens as a 3 seed, aka the 1 seed in their division. I have the Bengals missing out on the playoffs. I have the Steelers missing out on the playoffs, and I have the Browns.
Wait, you said the Bengals missing the playoffs?
Yeah.
Dude, you really, bro, you're not a Burrow believer.
I'm gonna be honest. I love Joe Burrow. I love that team, but I think last year was 100% a fluke. Joe Burrow is still going to get killed because it's the who did they play this week?
Steelers.
As the Steelers proved, their offensive line is still horrible. They go against any decent defensive line, and their offensive line is going to get toasted. So I'm going to prepare for Joe Burrow or Justin Fields to be the most sacked quarterback in the league this year. It's between them, in my opinion. And then the AFC South, I have the Titans as the 4 seed in the conference, 1 seed in their division. I think they're able to bounce back from this. I think the Colts, it has a chance to make. There's a lot of teams that I think could make the playoffs. Like anyone in the wild card is interchangeable, and the Titans and the Colts are pretty much interchangeable for me for the whoever wins the division. But I just have the Titans winning. Yeah.
I trust Matt Ryan way more than I trust Ryan Tannehill.
Your note about the Bengals: the Steelers have led the league in sacks since. Hold on. 2016.
I understand
2016
that, but
they did. So they have from 2017 and up.
Put some respect on.
Yeah, but I still don't think that offensive line. They got absolutely toasted. Like complete. Like nobody was safe on that offensive line.
I don't care if it's this. It's Mike Tomlin though. The team will elevate. That's the word I was looking for earlier. They will be a good team. How good is really up to debate. And up to who they play and, blah, blah, blah. But they will be a good all-around football team, but how good is just a question mark.
Yeah,
I think they're better than the Broncos.
Like, for the Bengals, I'm saying from what I saw week 1, Joe Burrow is going to get sacked into oblivion. I'm going to have to see more. Like, week 2, my mind might change, but right now, I feel like Joe Burrow is going to be sacked into oblivion. But next week, it might change. I have the Colts just missing out on the wild card, but I mean they could either win the division or be in a wild card spot. I mean the top 10 teams that I have are interchangeable pretty much wherever it is. But And then I have the Texans as the third place in the division and the 15th seed total, and then I have the Jags in dead
How do
last.
you, bro? Houston it has to be dead last, bro.
NFC
No,
least o'clock.
I'm gonna be honest. I really
Right.
think that the Texans can win
All
a couple
right.
of games. I don't have that
All
same
right,
confidence
Jack.
for the Jags.
All right.
Hold on to your pants. All
Can
right.
I pull down my pants quickly?
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually,
hold up. Wait a minute. What's going on?
He's the homie. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
don't worry
yo,
about it. I
wait,
got
hold
socks
up.
on. I have the Eagles in first.
Same.
I
Okay.
have them as the worst division winner in the NFC.
Respectable.
I don't have
I
them.
am not a Jalen Hurts believer,
Me neither am I.
which is unfortunate for Jalen Hurts. However, I have been wrong before. Josh Allen did turn it around big time, though. Who knows?
That's how well he wears shorts.
Yeah,
True.
but Josh
I
Allen
have the
is also
Cowboys.
6'5", like super athletic and has a really good arm. Jalen
Listen, I'm
Hurts
straight
has
as a
a
wooden
mid
two by
arm.
four, but
Is good athletically, but has a mid arm.
listen.
So,
I'm as straight as a two by four, but I see Josh Allen in shorts, bro. I'm gonna start questioning it.
all right, yo,
Universal
hold up,
experience.
calm down.
I got the Cowboys in second.
Yeah,
I don't have them making the playoffs because
No, but Jack, they're the
somehow
greatest.
they always get worse every year.
I have
They
them
are the
finishing
greatest
seventh.
Except when
regular
they don't.
season team of all time, Jack. What are you talking about?
This is true. This is very true.
It's,
However, Cowboys machine is
yeah,
slowly going off the tracks as they lose more linemen. They had to get rid of Cooper because of cap hell. Like it's not looking great for them.
it's
Yeah,
stunning how well the Cowboys constantly get to the playoffs and like play well during the season and elevate enough to like play well during the season. But year after year, season after season, time after time, they go into the playoffs and they get pantsed, and it's
Niners didn't even
crazy.
beat them. They beat themselves. Like the Niners played a
Special
horrible
teams,
football game.
baby.
Um
Oh, dude.
anyway, I have Washington in third. They have a
How?
fine roster, but Carson Wentz is
uh-oh.
challenged.
I don't.
I'll leave it at that. And
How
I
do
have the
you?
Giants getting the number 3 overall pick this year.
Yeah,
Though that may have to change after they beat a game I thought they had no business winning. They beat
yes.
a team I thought they had no business beating.
So I'm gonna be honest.
And they have a cupcake schedule,
Yeah. Okay, so I
but
have
who knows?
the Eagles in first, but I have them as the 3 seed. Um, I'm not that big on Jalen Hurts. I just think that with the addition of AJ Brown and what's his name? Who was the corner that went there? I don't know. I forget his name. But the corner that went there that's pretty good. Um, with those additions, I think they'll be pretty good. Second in the division, I have the Cowboys, but I do have them making the playoffs, but just barely squeaking in. Um, Mostly because I don't see any of the other teams winning many games other than the Cardinals or the Saints, which have a chance. Um, I have the Giants in third, and I had this even before the Giants game started. I don't believe in the Commanders at all. Like Carson Wentz, cool.
I'm with you on that one.
I don't believe in Carson Wentz. I don't think he'll be that. I think this week was a whole like. I don't think that this game was the normal Carson Wentz. Then again, they are playing against the Jaguars,
Every now
so
and then he has a game.
yeah, and he'll win some games. But I have him finishing 14th in the conference. So
So I have I have the Cowboys at 1 just because greatest regular season team of all time, and then they die every playoffs.
Really?
But yeah, and then I have the Eagles just because I don't like. It's not that I hate Jalen Hurts. I don't buy the stock. I really don't. But I see them. They've made the playoffs recently, and in my brain, I can easily see them making the playoffs and then burning out. No offense to dang the YouTuber that I like. Dang, I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me. But and then the next I have Blue New York Stinky Team. Because I don't like I am in Alex's boat. I do not respect a single shred of the Commanders at all. Like I don't that like I if you could I don't like what's his face, the owner. I wish that listen, I don't
Dan
former
Snyder.
Redskin Dan Snyder. Yeah, the Redskins used to be in the 80s and 90s used to be one of the best teams ever, and now they are a dumpster on fire floating down a lake, and it is really sad to see.
Agreed.
But New York Giants, I have three, just because I trust them enough to win games that they need to win, and maybe have some losses that'll be tough. But the Eagles and Cowboys, I could see like dueling it out. But like I could just see Dak Prescott looks like the most sane NFC East quarterback to the point where he'll do what he needs to do. Blah blah blah. Jerry Jones will get upset at the end of the season as he always does. And then next I have NFC North. So if you want to go
Hold on.
ahead, Jack.
Before you do NFC North, I just like to point out that the only Giants fan on the podcast is saying that the Giants are gonna finish last. All right, let's
I
move
know
on.
this organization as well as anyone.
All right, next one. What is it? NFC.
Yeah, Jack, give us your NFC North.
NFC
Oh,
North. Okay.
I have the Vikings finishing first. I have them as the two
Yeah.
seed in the conference. It's a
That is
weak
Okay.
conference
zesty.
though.
That is
Okay.
zesty.
I have the Packers second at the first wild card. I have the Bears third, which obviously puts the Lions fourth.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Thanksgiving's gonna be
I
lit this year.
I love Dan Campbell. I don't love the Lions at all.
I love Dan Campbell with all my heart and
I'm gonna
soul.
be honest. I have the Vikings at first, same as you. Except I have them as the 4 seed, the instead of the 2 seed. I have the Packers making the playoffs as the 6 seed, and then I have Lions as the 11 seed. I have higher than the Giants. Um, if their offense plays like how it did every week, which it definitely won't, but if they can muster up that offense, they're gonna be winning a couple of games, and then the Bears I have dead last.
I
Um,
I have a counterpoint for you.
yeah, the Bears beat my team. So what? All right, move on. All right, meh.
No,
Okay.
the counterpoint
I'll let
actually
Jack speak.
was Eagles defense. Bottom text.
Yeah, but is their schedule like that hard?
Um,
I'm gonna check the
no, no,
schedule.
no, no, no. The Eagles defense, I wasn't saying anything other than that they did not play well
Yeah,
at all.
I mean they
I don't
played
know how much that translates
Who they
to the
play?
Lions playing other teams.
they play the Commanders, who I hope they torch. They play the Seahawks, who I hope they torch. They play the Patriots, who I hope they torch and probably will. Um, they play the Bears, who they're probably going to torch. They play the Giants, who's a toss up. They play the Jaguars, who they're going to torch. They Jets, Panthers, probably going to torch. Bears are going to torch again. I could see them maybe, hopefully making it to the playoffs.
Okay, so opening up to before I even get to that, to the my NFC North picks, I just want to say that now because of what I've seen from week one, I am so confident in us like doing a repeat of last season, where we're gonna get dicked a couple of games, and then we're gonna have this weird middle of the season roll where we somehow beat teams we're not supposed to, and then we're gonna get sucker punched by the last year it was the Colts. We're going to get sucker punched really hard, and then we're going to stumble, fall over, and we may or may not. We probably won't. We're not going to make the playoffs. I don't think. But yeah, that is going to be my prediction. Anything else is gravy. But yeah, getting on to the my NFC North picks. For number one, obviously I have Go Pack Go. I think Aaron Rodgers. I know he lost Devontae. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I do think that I'm an Aaron Rodgers. Well, I used to be a fan, but ever since his weird sort of thing on podcasts and stuff made me eke away from him. But I still believe that he is talented enough to kick ass, and he just has a really good ability of just killing the AFC North's hopes and dreams. So I have them one. I like the Vikings. I like Kirk Cousins. And I like them at the spot at second place, just because the Packers to me are more predictable on wins than the Vikings are predictable on losses. I'm kind of nervous on what they're going to do, but I could see them becoming the leader of that division potentially, maybe. All of my lists in mind where the second place can beat the first place if weird scenario happens, hard work gets put in, blah blah blah. And here's where it changes up a little bit though from you guys. I have the Lions at second or third, my bad, just because I think the Bears are gonna die. I do like they are gonna teleport to a different reality. I don't. I like they are just going to. They're gonna dive to the bottom. I think this game was an anomaly. I apologize, Alex. I really
No,
listen. Alex,
bro.
I give you guys credit. I give you credit. I thought, listen, this is not an insult. I genuinely thought you were gonna body the Bears.
No,
I
I did
genuinely thought.
too.
I thought you were gonna murk them.
I'm gonna be honest. If we had Jimmy G at quarterback, and I hoped I would never say this, if we had Jimmy G at quarterback and our secondary played anywhere near decent in the second half, we would fuck them up.
Least aggressive
Jimmy
Trey
G
Lance
wasn't
fan.
playing, and our secondary kind of died in the second half. So, yeah, I'm gonna yeah.
So my last thing with the Bears, once again, the Bears, I think it's going to be like at the Olympics at the high dive where they are going to just they are going to jump to the bottom. They are just going to like dive head first. I can't see them winning more than 3 to 4 games. They probably might win. They might win another game this season. And if they do surprisingly well, I will be stunned. That roster scares me. But yeah, we will move on to the last Alex's favorite division
Yeah.
in all of football. Well, you know what? I'll give you the cookie here. You can do it. You can start out. You
Okay,
can do yours.
so before we start, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I see you guys getting 11 losses. Anyway,
Okay,
so
I feel that.
in first, I obviously have the Rams. I know
Respectable. I thought you were gonna say okay. I respect
know I
that.
talk a lot of shit about the Rams, how the Niners can win the division. I still think the Niners can win the division. It's just, can we play well enough? Because I'm gonna be honest, last year we started out decent the first like 2 games, and then we died off a cliff, and then we came back and we were the hottest team in the NFC going to the playoffs. Um, the thing is Shanahan is not going to get off the reins of run the ball, even when you're down, and he is going to never really pass the ball as much as he probably should.
I would not question Kyle Shanahan's play calling if I were you.
I'm gonna be honest. I really did not like some of his play calling today. I wanted to see Trey throw the ball more.
Can I buy Shanahan from you? Holy shit, dude!
No,
Right?
He's a good coach.
No, I'm not saying he's a
I
bad
have
coach.
37 cents
He's
in my left pocket. Can I offer you? Can I offer a deal?
No, he's a good coach. Like, I love
Trade him for Mike Kafka and a bag of footballs.
No, please stop. I really do like Shanahan, and he can be very, 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 very good at play calling. I wish he passed the ball more, Trey, because we didn't really see much of Trey at all. Trey
Consider that might be because Trey bad.
Yeah, can I offer you a free medium Pepsi?
Here's the thing, though. Can I just say that John Lynch has said that when Shanahan was coming back from the workout with Justin Fields, he was drawing up plays for Trey. Okay, so Trey's not bad. It's just that Trey needs to get better at accuracy because holy shit, the amount of balls he threw into the ground is disgusting. Yeah.
Alex, you know how we had this conversation the other day playing GTA and you told me that he's going to have this Hall of Fame career? Can I ask you when the Hall of Fame career for Trey Lance starts? Can you give me a start date?
Next year.
Oh my God. At the beginning of every year, he's gonna move the goal. Listen, 2025 is gonna be the year, guys.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and
Look, I know he's on the practice squad for the Bears right now.
Guys, listen, Dak Prescott is gonna be good in 2028. It's gonna be his year. I'm telling you.
Dak Prescott is good.
Can I just say that May last season was like the Patriots are gonna probably like finish way higher than they finished, and he was like the Patriots are gonna win the Super Bowl, and I'm like, no, the fuck they're not. You are literally acting like a Cowboys fan.
Do you want me not to believe in my team?
No. But you
what would have happened if they didn't run headfirst into the Josh Allen train?
No. You weren't believing in your team. You were being delusional. That Patriots team was not going to win.
Patriots fan, I'm supposed to be delusional. You win 6 Super Bowls in 18 years. Get back to me. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. Joe Montana, Steve Young, we have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and that's more than you can say.
Did you see them play? Did you
No,
see
but my parents did. And my mom
with the
did.
YouTube logo at the top of your viewership of those games?
I'm honest. We have their autograph at home. Both of
That's
them.
dope. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
respect that.
On a-
That's
one
dope
of
as
them's on a
fuck.
quilt. One of them's in football. Anyway,
Anyway,
I have the
Joe
Niners. I
Flacco.
have the Niners finishing second in the division, and they're the 5 seed. I think the Niners can take the division if Trey Lance plays decent or Timmy G is put into the lineup.
So the formula is if Trey Lance plays decent, that is the winning formula here.
Yeah, I mean, our
well,
defense
they were able to win with Jimmy Garoppolo playing slightly.
below average.
Worse.
I trust Jimmy
like
way more
average.
than I trust Lance. No offense.
No, I trust Jimmy more than I trust Lance. I just really want Lance to pan out.
I don't think Jimmy's paying to
No.
be sitting on a bench. I don't think genuinely. I don't think he's gonna help Trey. Trey's
No,
gonna, hey
he
Jimmy,
already,
I need your help,
no,
and it's not gonna work out.
No, because he has helped Trey last year. He helped Trey last year, and he came back. He's a glorified backup and QB whisperer because he is helping Trey. Because Trey,
I don't understand.
there was an article saying that from like 49er website saying that Trey Lance was pissed off seeing that they re-signed Garoppolo. Trey Lance said in an interview he was happy that Garoppolo got re-signed because then he could learn more from Garoppolo. So
Consider that players in interviews don't necessarily say what they mean, but yeah.
I understand that, but like
Garoppolo just looks over
why
to his.
you'd be mad at having Garoppolo as a backup. Like
Garoppolo sitting on the bench looks over to his right and he doesn't see Brady and he just gets upset.
yeah. I have the Cardinals finishing just out of the playoffs, but the Cardinals, the Saints, and the Cowboys are interchangeable.
They're so weird.
But
The Cardinals are so weird. They crush people and then certain games they just like, is this a football? Is that a receiver?
I'll explain it
They
to you.
lose to the Panthers last year.
Maybe. I don't remember. I'll just let you know something right now in May. The Cardinals are a very good first half team, and then once the new COD gets released, Kyler Murray dive bombs off a cliff.
Yeah. I'm studying. Don't worry.
Definitely studying. Just starts playing COD. And then I have the Seahawks as the 13 seed total. They're completely gonna miss the playoffs, and they're definitely finishing.
Oh my god, dude.
The Seahawks is getting the number 2 overall pick.
Oh, I have the Bears getting the first, the Jags getting the second, and then the Texans, and then the Falcons getting the third.
I have Jets, Seahawks, Giants, Panthers, Steelers.
Did you do your NFC West picks? Okay.
Not yet.
Do them.
All right, do them.
Rams winning 3rd seed overall. 49ers sneaking into a playoff spot at the 7th seed. I had them higher, and then I watched Trey Lance play a football game.
Stop. We're putting in Garoppolo in week 5. It's fine.
Putting in Garoppolo doesn't help. I only had them higher on the hopes of Trey Lance playing decently well, instead of looking like the worst parts of Justin Fields.
Garoppolo played well for us. What?
And then I have the Cardinals missing the playoffs because, of course, if they're worse than the 7th seed, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And I have the Seahawks as, holy shit, will they win a football game? Not really. They will, but
we need win a football game challenge.
We need a 32 seed, like March Madness like playoffs where the 32 seed plays the 1 seed and so on, like the NBA, not the NBA, the NCAA, and we just have a March Madness one to see who wins the Super Bowl.
All fun and games until the Jets upset the Chiefs.
Hey, Alex, I need you to do me a favor.
I don't want the Chiefs winning another one. Fuck
Alex,
Andy Reid. Yeah.
Alex, do me a favor. Point to me on the doll where the Bears touched you.
Trust me, it was not pretty.
It was not.
Earlier.
We were up by like 10, and then the second half happened, and we kept getting penalties, and the secondary like died somehow, and
Anyway, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, my Super Bowl pick is Bills Bucks, and
this is 2 seed.
I have a 28-3 prediction where the Bills are just gonna like get really competent and score a bunch on Brady, and then Brady's just gonna go, well, 8 rings is pretty cool, and then he's just gonna fucking come back 2 touchdowns and win. That's really my Super Bowl prediction.
To a picture of Tom Brady every night, don't you?
Dude, it's not even black anymore. It's covered in white. It got dude. That's all right. So listen, my point that I'm gonna try to say is that it's going to be one of those things where, like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Bills have finally gotten rid of the Patriots. We did it, guys. We're dominating. We have Josh Allen. They're going to steamroll. They're going to steamroll through the playoffs. And then they get to the Super Bowl and they look over the opposite side of the field and he walks out and it's just Tom and they just get like scared as fuck. They go up,
Have you
let's
ever
say 17 points and then Brady comes back.
have you ever considered a career in writing shit tier Amazon erotica? Because the only words I just heard out of your mouth were Tom Brady is a DILF like 20 times.
Listen, I'm the reverse Zach Wilson. Listen,
Okay,
Hold on,
I
hold
see.
on. Can I just say, May, you said that the Bills would be up 17 and Tom Brady would score 2 touchdowns and win. That math does not check out. You would still lose
well,
by 3.
yeah, okay, fine. 2 touchdowns and a 3-point kick. What's your
They
point?
would be tied. You said they're
Yeah,
up
Okay.
17.
yeah,
That doesn't
they'll
mean they
Tom Brady
win.
is simply
he,
good enough that they somehow wouldn't be tied despite the same
it'll
amount of
he'll
points. Get
he'll
with it.
score more, right? Or they'll go into overtime, and I just see a 20 to. I could see the
Bro,
Bills
Josh Allen
getting
loses in
so
overtime
pissed off.
again.
I could see the Bills losing to Brady and just
So,
like getting so
wait a
pissed
minute.
off. I can see that.
What was it that Stephen A. Smith said this week? It was like the
Oh,
Chargers
the
are going to score
Chargers.
the most points
No,
in the
yeah,
division,
and
but
then
they're
just
going to
like,
lose to the Raiders
yeah.
because that works. That's what's going to happen in the Super Bowl in
Stephen A is based.
whatever fantasy of Tom Brady is going on in this man's head.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Patrick Mahomes is pretty reformed. In the playoffs versus the Patriots, Tom Brady won the coin toss and in overtime
The
and beat
Patriots
the
won the
Chiefs.
coin toss.
I
Brady
understand.
didn't do
Yeah,
anything
I
with the
know.
coin toss.
They won the coin toss and then beat them in
Brady actually
overtime with a.
controls the coin.
No. Well, hold on. Let me speak. So the Brady and the
Brady's
Patriots.
like the
Oh,
Emperor in
Jesus!
Star Wars.
Please stop. Okay. The uh, Brady and the Patriots won the coin toss versus the Chiefs in the divisional game. Brady went down and scored. Chiefs don't get the ball. Everyone has a hissy fit. That happens to Josh Allen last year. Everybody again has a hissy fit because Mahomes learned from his mistake of not winning the coin toss.
13 seconds. What are you talking about? I don't care. Like,
Mistakes made by luck.
What? Yeah, what?
You said he
Um,
learned from his mistake of not winning the coin toss.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He like threatened the coin toss beforehand. Be like,
He didn't
let
bribe
us
the ref
win.
enough.
Yeah, he didn't. Right? Yeah, Brady has pockets of money to bribe the ref.
Anyway,
How do you think the Patriots win so many Super Bowls by bribing the refs?
Saints second in the division,
Listen.
6th seed overall.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Falcons
Yeah.
third,
Wait.
Panthers fourth.
Oh, I
Why
have
do I think this? Because I am a believer in everyone on the Saints roster except maybe Winston, which is sad, but
Oh,
that's
dude,
okay.
come on. Taysom Hill is like a Hall of Famer. What are you
Bro,
talking
Taysom
about?
Hill led them in rushing today. I don't know what the heck is happening, bro. The Charger. Oh, whoa. I have the Bucks at first in the division, second overall.
Fuck yeah.
I have the Saints at ninth, missing the playoffs, but they could easily make the playoffs if the Cowboys or Cardinals mess up. I have the Panthers just below the Saints. I think they're going to be better than the Lions, Giants, Seahawks, Commanders, Falcons, and Bears. And then I have the Falcons as the 15th seed in the whole thing and finishing last in their division because they actually suck.
Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Panthers, but it couldn't because I saw. It's hard, dude. This division is Tom Brady punching a bunch of
You
school
think
children.
Baker
This,
Mayfield could finish second in the division?
listen.
Hey,
Like I
look,
said, this
hold on.
division is Tom Brady just kicking a bunch of like small like
I
children, bro.
I will say, hold on. The Saints without a quarterback nearly made the playoffs last year
That is
and
true.
beat
The only
they
reason
beat
why they
Tampa
didn't
both
make
times,
it
didn't
The only reason why they didn't make it is because the Niners beat the Rams. If the Niners lost, the
they? Yeah,
Saints would have made the playoffs.
yeah, and they beat Tampa both games
Or
last year, right?
tied. If the Niners tied, the Saints would have made the playoffs.
Drew's coming back, guys.
Please no. No, he
He's
doesn't need
gonna
to come back.
unretire.
He doesn't need
Yes,
to
he
come
does.
back. He has a noodle arm. Please no. He's going to die.
Yeah, I
I don't
forgot.
think it was the noodle arm that bad.
It really was.
Yeah, it
He,
really was.
it wasn't as bad as Ben's, but it was
No,
like
the worst was
no,
Peyton
no,
Manning's.
it
He
was as
had
bad as Ben's. Ben's wasn't as bad as Drew. Like Ben could have played another year. It would have been a really bad year, but he could have played another year. And Drew Brees Drew Brees would have sucked hard if he played another
Also,
year.
don't forget that the Saints have Michael Thomas again for the first time in a long time.
That is true.
Oh, don't they also have Sky Moore? I like him.
No, he's on the Chiefs. They have Chris
Oh,
Olave. And they also
oh.
got Jarvis Landry, who actually looked decent today.
Yeah. All right. So have we done recaps of the games yet? Because I will do a quick recap because we're almost at
Yeah,
an
we did.
hour. You did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna do my game then. Niners Bears. Our defense played well in the first half, like really really good in the first half, and then died off a cliff. Trey needs to improve his accuracy and just get better in general. He was decent on the runs, but he throwing the ball was not very good, which I think he needs more reps. Some BS penalties in the beginning of the game, but that didn't affect the game overall or the score. Like it didn't.
Trey Lance's controller disconnected.
Defense couldn't tackle Fields. I was wrong about him being like god awful, but he has decent awareness in the pocket enough to make him move on a quick. Because there was a play where the defensive lineman was going to destroy him because they were doing play action, and our defensive lineman ran him scot free, and he avoided it with literally like he turns around, makes him the tackler like missed him. But whatever, couldn't really tackle. Going heavy on the run is not bad. It does open up play action, but sometimes I would like to see Trey pass more just to get more into the game. Debo fumbling on the first touch wasn't fun, but overall not a bad game from him, and penalties were a massive issue for the Niners. The Bears, Justin Fields played well. I'm still not very high. What? Well, he played. He played well in the second half. Not very well in the
Jack
first
said,
half.
"Let me cut you off right here."
Didn't he have 3 touchdowns?
You watched the game. Tell us.
I don't remember. Hold on, I'm going back. He either had 1 touchdown or he
Yeah,
either had
he had
1 touchdown.
touchdowns.
Exactly. So I think that's a decent day in the second half. It's just
Without that one play to Pettis where the 49ers defense gifted him a touchdown, essentially.
Yeah.
He would have had 70 passing yards on the day.
That is very true. But I think
he also got himself sacked at least one of the 2 sacks. Like the narrative that the Bears line is what's so bad about him getting sacked is false. He's really bad at it.
I think the Bears line is bad, but he kind of runs into sacks.
Okay,
that
Justin Fields.
That was his worst thing, like last year, is because he kept running into sacks, and then when Angie Dalton
shockingly, Dalton didn't get sacked that much.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Is Dalton barely got he still got sacked, but like not as much as Justin Fields. I think the Bears defense played decent, kind of, and was basically constantly in the backfield on passing plays and sometimes for running plays.
All right, wait. If the Bears offensive line was currently the best offensive line in football, but they kept the same receivers, do they stay above 500?
No. They have
I don't think the offensive line is the problem with this team.
It's Justin Fields and the receivers. And
it would help Fields. It would not fix Fields.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about the Dolphins page just quickly. Mac Jones played dog shit. No, I'm kidding. The first drive was good up until Mac Jones heaved it in a one-on-one coverage. The ball got tipped and picked. That was actually a terrible throw by Mac Jones.
No. Rewatch that. What's his face got held? If he didn't get held, that would have been a catch.
That cornerback was on him the entire time, man.
X. He was grabbing onto him. He was holding him. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I mean, you're allowed to have. No, he wasn't holding it. He had his hand on the back, which you're allowed to do.
Dude, if you rewatch the game, like the actual coverage of the game, he held on to him so long that for commentator that I can't remember said, "Yeah, that's holding."
Alright, I'm looking this up.
Anyway.
Other than that terrible throw from Mac Jones. He played decent, 1 touchdown, with 200 plus yards, but whatever. Run game was meh, and defense didn't look too good. Tua played decent, 270 yards, 1 touchdown with that 270 yards. Tyree played okay, same with Waddle. Run game wasn't good, which is but they don't have that good of running backs. And defense played good for the most part, except for that touchdown drive. And then the Giants played well all game. Daniel Jones is going to win MVP. Saquon Barkley is going to be Offensive Player of the Year, and that is my take. Jack, what are your thoughts?
Sure.
I love saying, but I think
Josh Rosen is the best quarterback in the league right now.
Please, no, not him.
Oh, are we giving that kind of take?
No,
9
wait.
mistakes.
Mac
9
Jones is the
mistakes.
best quarterback in the
49ers are
draft
going
class.
16-1.
Hey. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be mad. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen.
You guys
want to
you want to know my favorite local Pizza Hut commercial specifically for
No.
Baltimore, Maryland?
No,
Yo,
stop.
check it
Yo,
out. You
hey,
want
stop.
Dude, I love their spokesperson. You know he won a Super Bowl, by the way. So basically, in 2012, there was this really he played to Jacoby Jones, and it was really
May.
good.
Hey May, you got beat
Yeah.
by Nick fucking Foles. Shut up. At least Flacco played decent that year. That year, Nick Foles was a fucking backup. Stop talking.
Hey, do we have anything else we want to cover?
Anyway, I'm kidding, man. Nick Foles is the GOAT. He's better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's better than Nick Foles, just barely. But Nick Foles is better than Joe Montana. He's better than Steve Young. He's better
Do
than...
not. I don't care what team affiliation you have. Do not insult Joe Montana. Do not insult Joe
I
Montana.
love Joe Montana. He won us 3 Super Bowls, or 4 Super Bowls, actually.
Or you did
4.
fucking mom.
I corrected myself. Shut up. Steve actually has like 3 Super Bowls on his, like... I'm pretty sure Steve has like 2 or 3. Or no, he has 3. Because he won 2 with the Niners in the 90s. Or 1 in the 80s, 1 in the 90s. And then one by himself.
Oh yeah, let's wrap. Jack needs to get going. Let's wrap it up.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Have a splendid day. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. May, say it. May. Say fuck the Cowboys.
So basically, in February of 2008, there was this game that was played, and all the way at the end, I cried, and it really hurt my feelings.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. I'm ending it here.